Almost 6 months on from the EU referendum when Britain voted to leave the European Union, what's happened to the UK economy? Well, the first thing we can say, as far as investors are concerned, there's very little to worry about from the Brexit vote. The stock market's up since June the 23rd. Partly this is because companies are optimistic, but also perhaps because they make their profits, at least some of their profits, in foreign currency, and that's now worth more in sterling terms than it was. The second thing we can say is that the international worth of the UK has clearly gone down. Against Britain's trading partners, sterling has fallen by a little over 10%. It fell very quickly after the referendum, fell again in October, has recovered from that October fall, but is still over 10% down. And that shows that in the world as a whole, British assets are worth significantly less. The economy so far has shown very little to worry about since the referendum. UK growth in the third quarter at 0.5% was pretty similar to the second quarter and a normal rate for the UK. It doesn't mean that we can't have problems in the future, but very little we've seen so far. One thing we are absolutely sure is going to happen is that inflation will rise. It's already been rising a little bit, but with sterling falling, making imports more expensive, next year we could expect inflation to rise well above 2%, squeezing household incomes and hurting British families. And forecasters also expect business investment to fall, basically because uncertainty isn't good for companies taking big decisions with their money. With that and the consumer, we're expecting a growth slowdown in 2017, not a recession, but a certainly worse performance in 2017 than we've had this year or last year.